Let them know. Islam. Let them know. Let them know. Moorish MC order, I'm a round table sheiks. 7 days in a circle and 52 weeks. Dirty Moors copycat and bite the prophet's speech. I'm L without taking a Hajj like Malik. In a group of solo like Raphael Sadiq. Walking over rappers like stepping over a creek. Exposing you dappers, dressing like Greeks. Showing off cheeks, thong wearing whale freaks. Suck like a leech, I'm the nerd you kick sand on at the beach. Verbally your face I stand on, I'm back to teach. Learn a lesson as the piano soothes your mood. Lyrical weed, beat brain food, you turn God. Applying what I speak, the truth, they burn and lie through their teeth. Denationalize, jack for all your supplies. And knowledge from the high priest on the mental highs. Bringing you light, giving you sight, close your eyes to pray. Get shackled at night, now they're giving you trite. Tales of ox, feed of pigs and soup. You've been bamboozled, tricked, had and duped. Won't fight your own fight, but you join their troops. Killing others around the world just to stay out the news. Won't fight your own fight, but you join their troops. Killing others around the world just to stay out the noose. Let them know. Use the mic to let them know. Let them know. What up, brother Hanif? Use the mic to let them know. This is like Jurassic. They got your birthright. Knowledge is light. They calling you black and you're calling them white. Your name's Mikael and they calling you Mike. Earth shadow is the darkness, they calling it night. Sodom and Gomorrites are called gays and dykes. False education appears real, they calling it fright. Chic on this beat, you're calling it tight. Effects from the roach blunt, calling it heights. With a razor blade on my line, I'm cutting your kites. Rapping blood clot dummies, worry about scuffing the nights. Feminized in tight shirts, showing muscles and ice. Deals, got 'em acting like the 3 blind mice. Rhyming for nursery, laying clay for Andrew Dice. I'm pro, you're Joe, the beat is spike. Can't take my flow, you hope I ease it right. I keep it coming like food and ackee, peas and rice. No coleslaw, or tonic roots please, no Sprite. 5 cents for a bag, yo I don't need it alright. 65, 35 fam, no need to fight. Studio time paid with knowledge, time to leave the mic. Let them know. Use the mic to let them know. Let them know. Use the mic to let them know. The truth about nationality and birthrights.
Yo,
let them know.
agenda to the T, dot massive. Ready fit to get the young Babylon with my shit. We get them what they want, so them want come stash it. We're ready for tech back with things and lash it. Unified is the camp, nationality your stamp. When we dealing with the land, we talk attaching this man. So who the white man, who the black man? When the law was written by the brown hand. Inspiration from a universal realm, so to distort the realness and tape the film. Keeping world under lock and key. Yo, cameras everywhere watching me. Check it, claim of right to be who I am. Public notice from seas to the land. Who's ready to stand? I am in propria persona. To hell with the fiat and the fake money launderers. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. It's time for the people to wake to injustices. Under contract, mind for combat. Natural law, enemies got to fall back. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. It's time for the people to wake to injustices. Under contract, mind for combat. Natural law, enemies got to fall
let
back.
Let them know. Use the mic to let them know. Let them know. Use the mic to let them know. The truth about nationality and birthright. Islam. Peace and love to all Moors. Welcome to Canaanland Moors class. Once again, we're here, just like every Tuesday, just putting out info. course, only for those who, want to know. Everybody else, they're on their own. The ones who want to know, well, we got you. To start off, I'm going to put this out. The purpose of the concerned citizens of Liberia is to advocate and effectuate the freedom and repatriation of one Consul General and Diplomat, H.E. Dr. Malachi Z. York, P number 003828-04, back to the Republic of Liberia. This iconic international leader of Africans in the diaspora is a worldwide, well-known Liberian diplomat and citizen by naturalization of the Republic of Liberia. Dr. Malachi Z. York, born on June 26, 1945, is an advocate for Africans in America and Africans throughout the diaspora through his over 1,000 books to date on anthropology, history, theology, and self-determination. Dr. York's literature has influenced the likes of Jimmy Cliff, Africa Bambaataa, Jay-Z, Music Soul Child, Erykah Badu, India Arie, Nas, and many more prominent people. He has received awards from the Key to the City in Brooklyn, New York, to awards and acclaim from the mayors of Macon and Augusta, Georgia in the United States. These acts moved the Republic of Liberia to appoint Dr. Malachi Z. York near Atlanta, Georgia, U.S., a consul general and diplomat. One of York's missions that was interrupted was the exchange of students from Liberia to come and learn at Tamaray, a 476-acre diplomatic post located on 404 Shady Dale Road, Eatonton, Georgia, to exchange in education, art, and culture. Another plan was the building and renovation of existing and new schools throughout Montserrado and Bong County, Liberia. Dr. Malachi York's appointment by then President Charles Taylor was in legal and lawful order, in accordance with international law, peremptory norms, and international nation-to-nation committee built upon the U.S. and Liberia's cemented establishment of diplomatic relations for over 125 years, hence afforded international protection in accordance with the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations and the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. Liberia is a country in West Africa which was founded, established, colonized, and controlled by citizens of the United States and ex-Caribbean slaves as a colony for former African American slaves and their free black descendants. And then the petition, and then sign here. Sign here to denationalize him, because remember, once you naturalize, you're giving up your nationality for something. So if he founded something called Nwapian Nation of Moors, what does that have to do with the Republic of Liberia? When Liberia is a U.S. colony. If a U.S. colony is who they're saying he's a diplomat of, well, U.S is who has him in prison. So why are you acting like it's different parties you're dealing with? The same people that you're saying Liberia is U.S people who have Dr. Malachi Zadok York L. in prison right now as a political prisoner. He's not a Liberian diplomat. He's Aboriginal and Indigenous to here. You know naturalization, especially if Nuwapians are a nation of Moors. Just like Moor Science Temple members are Moors, part of a nation. Not Moor Science Temple of America members only, not just Nuwapians only. You're part of a nation called Moors. Talking about Liberia help him. He's a diplomat of U.S colony. But, you know, it was outlined. Professor Tony Martin, Tactics of Organized Jewry in Suppressing Free Speech. So the most free speech you could have is enforcing the Constitution, which is the supreme law of the land. Because that's where you get the right to free speech. So if Tony Martin is talking about the Jewry is trying to stop free speech, then he knows about constitutions. He knows about law. It's not just the white man stuff. He knows about law. Go check his baby pictures, and you'll see he knows about law. But you want to know law. That's the white man stuff. But your scholars know law. And he's fighting for his right to free speech. Because so-called Jews are telling him he can't talk like that. Went, filed lawsuits against them and everything, lost. Why did he lose? Why did he lose? Yeah, because Martin is a European name, which gives them jurisdiction. Just like Liberia is a U.S colony, which gives them jurisdiction. So you really think that he's going to be protected by Liberia when they work for the same, they work for what? But, you know, because you played this game of put yourself in a box, when they bulldoze everything, now you have no jurisdiction. Because you should have been claiming estate, not some tamaray. But you don't want to claim the estate though. You want every little box. So now, because there's nowhere to put, where the Nuwapians going to say put them? In the Nuwapian bookstore? Because you guys abandoned the estate already. Nuwapian nation of Moors, but you're from Tamaray. And then that's a box. That's not even the North America. That's some place in Georgia. Playing yourself. The first major tactic that I discovered in their attack on me was their reliance on lies. Just straight up lies. There's no other way to describe it, just telling lies. Many of the categories that I will enumerate overlap, and many of them could also come under this general rubric of telling lies. But I think that if one had to isolate a single tactic, it was a tactic of telling lies. I think they've elevated telling lies to a very high artistic form. For example, very early in my controversy, the major Jewish organizations became involved. And this is very fascinating. Here I am, a professor in a very small college, teaching a class of maybe 30 students, but they attach such great importance to this that within very short space of time, the major Jewish organizations became involved and it became a national event. One Sunday morning on the NBC network television program, This Week with David Brinkley, there was a whole segment dealing with this question about my telling my students that Jews were involved in the slave trade. Lies. That's one of the things you have to realize that they're going to do to keep you away from your nationality and birthright. Straight, bold-faced lie to your face. Lie to your face. And then you're still listening to them? Lied to your face, told you that it's partial when it's partial. Still today they're still saying it's partial. You still listening to them? Lied to you that he's had some paper called Tamari Times. It's not Tamari Times. That's the Wapian Moore's newsletter. What Tamari Times? You think that, oh, but you're still riding with them. You want to know how come we don't do this and that, our people? Because, just like Tony Martin laid out, you said, no, you ain't worry about the Jews. What about these Negroes? These Negroes that are pushing the agenda of the freaking Ashkenazis. Forget the Ashkenazis. These turncoats that are right next to you are the ones that you better watch out for. The ones wearing turbans and fezzes that'll put you right back into slavery. They might be wearing baseball hats and do-rags nowadays. Put you right back in slavery. Don't let them put you back in slavery. Don't let them put you back in slavery. Liberia, Nuwapians, is a U.S. colony. Liberia is a country in West Africa which was founded, established, colonized, and controlled by citizens of the United States. What citizens of the United States have to do with West Africa? What do they have to do with what? How is there a relation? Or they came over there on a slave ship. Or if they came over there on a slave ship, then how come Dr. York was talking about he's Aboriginal and Indigenous? What slave ship you talking about? You don't talk about he came over here on no slave ship. Find me where Dr. York said that he came over here on a slave ship. Find me that. And if he came over here on a slave ship, why didn't he go back to Egypt and go build Tamaray over there? Because he claimed he's gone there. So why didn't he just stay over there, since he's from over there, and just build everything over there? Since he went there, why are you coming back over here to build stuff up? No, because his birthright's over here, that's why. Talking about sign petition to make him be a U.S. colony diplomat. When he's Aboriginal Indigenous. These people aren't selling you out. They need 500 signatures, they had like 390 something. That's how gone people are. They don't even know the stuff going on around them right now. Which is why today's stuff inattentional blindness. Inattentional blindness. This is why our people suffer. This is why they suffer. They want to suffer. Beg for it. They love the suffrage. Just do your research on inattentional blindness. It's exactly where our people are, where they need to get out of. Because trust, the information that we got is about giving to people. Making sure people's perspectives are in the right place. It's not for some accolades or whatever. Moral Science Temple or not, we've been doing this, putting out info. This is not something new. We are new to this. Been putting out info. For every genre, every school of thought, we put out info in, from, representative of, everyone. Because who we were around were, you know, universal. We're part of it. We'll be part of anybody's thing. Just because we know what's really good. But the blindness, that you have stuff in your face that you can't see, it's not on you. It's not on the perpetrators who's the guy behind the curtain. It's not on the guy behind the curtain no more. It's not about the puppet master no more. It's not about the people who do it MK Ultra no more. It's about the people who let it happen to them. Why? Inattentional blindness. Refusing to accept the reality. Refusing to accept it. There was also the tactic of what I describe as dirty tricks. Of course, this was a subset within the general rubric of lies. At Wesley College, there is a Hillel group. Hillel is the Jewish student organization that exists on campuses around the country. I remember reading in Paul Finley's book, They Dare to Speak Out, that the Hillel people are formally trained, apparently by the Anti-Defamation League and other organizations, in tactics. How to disrupt meetings, how to push false propaganda on campuses, and so on. And even though I don't know it for a fact, certainly those Hillel students were part of the campaign and did appear to be professionally trained. In fact, the whole campaign against me was initiated by students from the Hillel group. They sat in on my class on the first day of semester just for one day. And somehow from that one day's class, they somehow figured out that I was teaching this book as a fact. Apparently, they figured that if I was teaching the book as hate literature, quote unquote, that would be okay. But the fact that I was teaching the book just as any other book, as one having some basic academic credibility, they considered that, of course, to be a grossly anti-Semitic thing. And they were the ones who raised the hue and cry. So dirty tricks. Dirty tricks. No. You're not going to say, man, that team sucks, but that's my favorite player on that team. No. Like you have to ride with the team. What do you mean? What do you mean you're just going to take a player out? Not just pick and choose your own stuff that you want. There's something that's laid down. There's already something in place so that you're not blinded. The reason that you're blinded because you're not accepting what's there. You're not accepting the fact that these people are straight lying to you. Like, you're not even open to the idea that, hey, maybe they're lying. Maybe that's really not, maybe what that Moore said is actually what it is. And then, you know, of course you go check, and then fact check 2-3 times. If you realize, yeah, what the Moore is saying, been saying, people should be on. Or people don't want freedom. They want the blindness. So the ones who are kind of seeing foggy, you can't really see what it is, but you see a silhouette of something, all right, we're going to get you people. Scrape off this stuff from your eyes so you can see. And then once you see, have a duty to make sure that others see too. So, again, right, we're dealing with the dirty tricks. So, it's a fact. It's a fact that when you see a Fez, you're either thinking about Shriners or Moors. Like that. Once you see a Fez, that's first to think, hey, is that a Shriner or is that a Moor? Right? Most people would just think, oh, that person a Mason? Because that's all they've been trained to affiliate a Fez with. But that's not worldwide. Right? The dirty trick, boxing things. Right? Take Nuwapian nation of Moors and box it into some jurisdiction in Georgia, which is a corporate state. Right? No. And okay. They said brimless hat. They didn't say Fez. They said brimless hat. Now when you go check, that's the actual jurisdiction. Right. Brimless hat is a jurisdiction. That when, you know, again, because Moors research, you find out stuff. So there's a jurisdiction of headwear that's brimless hats. Right? Now, even though hat, when you go into the jurisdiction of brimless hats, the things have an actual name or whatever and a history or whatever like that that goes into it. Right? And then you go to the brim hats and then that has its own jurisdiction. Now, this would be a brimless hat. Now, this is not what I say. This is what they say. The people who compiled the history of the headwear classify this as a brimless hat. Now, we know Cam Newton wasn't wearing this, but we know that we've seen this. Now, who we see this by? Oh, by all these same prominent people who's, doing their best to, at the risk of their life, they don't want to get Michael Jackson and Prince and all that, put out a little bit. Just put out a little something, hopefully, one or two people pick it up, because everybody knows who has knowledge that we're not saving all these millions of people. Only those who want to be saved will be saved. Everybody else, they're dinner. Right? Brimless hat now, and then keep in mind, then we say that we're going to bring in Noble Drew Ali, and then we're going to bring in all the Hindus and all of them, and then we're going to bring in the Moors who go and they get the turban that you can just put on like a hat. You don't have to wrap it. You just put it on like a hat, which is why it will qualify as a brimless hat. Turban. The turban is a brimless hat. But we know Cam Newton wasn't wearing this. But this has its own history, its own whatever, It falls under the jurisdiction of brimless hat. But he wasn't wearing one of these. But we've seen this, we know what it is. If you haven't seen it, then you have some serious inattentional blindness. Right? Brimless hat. We just had snowfall, so you'll see this brimless hat steady right now. Minus whatever. You don't want to have your ears out. You don't want to have your cheeks out. You want to be covered. So, brimless hat, its own jurisdiction, with multiple facets in it. But we know that Cam Newton wasn't wearing one of these. But we've seen this before. Now, if he was wearing this, would there be any hoopla? If Cam Newton came out wearing this brimless hat, oh yeah, hey, why you got that hat? Oh yeah, I saw Andre 3000 wearing this brimless hat, so, I just wanted to pick this up because, it's a cool hat. No, I don't think they would react the same if he had this brimless hat. It might not be the same. Now, if he came with this brimless hat, he might have got some attention. If he came out from the game and he had this brimless hat on, people be telling him he's a coon and all that stuff. Oh, this guy's a coon. Well, no. He's telling you the same thing he's telling you by putting on the brimless hat that he had on. But because of the inattentional blindness, you don't even know what's going on. You can't even see the messages in your face boldly. The conical brimless hat. This is not what some stuff I'm saying or whatever. Just go check. Its own jurisdiction. That's why certain people take headwear so serious. You think these dudes have 500 different baseball hats because they like baseball hats? No. It's ancient that we covered our heads. Not some new stuff that we're covering our heads. It's just what, is what do you got? What are you covering your head with? Covering your head with something sacred? Even if it's in ritual, you know what I mean? You're going through the act, then, hey, you must be the people if you're going through the act. You must be the people. You must be them, you know, until you pull them hoods off, you realize all these Europeans under there pretending that they're the morons. For ritual, you know. We know these brimless hat guys, and we know that they're not the real Jews. Now let's ask ourselves the question: if this brimless hat, right, comes from the real Jews, right? What would somebody who's an Arab, which would mean somewhere hot, need a fur hat? Would a real Jew need a fur hat? If we go to Ethiopia, Abyssinia, Kush, and we go to talk to the people there who say that they're Jews, are they going to have fur hats over there? Or brimless hats? I don't think so. Inattentional blindness. Can't even see that they're lying to you. Remember, then they're using the tactic because they're lying to you. They say, yeah, we're the Jews. You're anti-Semite if you talk against us. Well, a Semite is somebody who's where sun's at all the time. So why you need a fur hat and it's sunny all the time? Don't be blind to the facts. Do not be blind to the facts. What if you came with this one? Would this qualify as getting attention? Not really, because this stuff is a mockery. Because when we went downtown to hand out newspapers, we seen a dude down there dressed like this, walking around. And he wasn't no damn Pope. So they might not, they won't take it serious, you know what I mean? You wouldn't see, you know, the day after, they're still talking about this dude wearing this brimless hat, and then everybody on the panel has the brimless hat, and they're just chilling with the brimless hat for the whole time. Like, are you blind? Are you not seeing what's going on? Are you that blind that you really don't see what's going on? Like, did you even recognize that he said he just went and bought that because he saw Andre with it? Where he buy that old Fez from? Because that's not a new Fez that he has on. Like, you look at my Fez. My Fez is like at least 6 years old. This Fez is 6 years old. And, you know, you can tell that it's worn. Right? Now, when you go to his, and you look at the bottom, you can see that this is a worn Fez. You can see this is a worn Fez. This is not no new Fez. So where does Fez come from that he got? We're gonna bring up brimless hats. Let's really talk about it. Why does he have a feather of Ma'at on the stuff? Why does he have love on there? Oh, Noble Jali said don't mark the Fez. Where do you say that he's a member of Moor Science Temple or whatever, that he has to follow that stuff there? Where do you say that? You said that somewhere? From what I understand, feather is Aboriginal Indigenous culture, and feather is ancient Egypt culture. So, what do you mean? And the marking on the fez is the first principle. What do you mean? How are you gonna hate on the marking of the fez being the first principle? Really? You're gonna hate because Noble Drew Ali said don't mark the fez, but the fez is marked with the first principle, and you're complaining about something? If you're a Moorish American, or M-U-U-R, M-O-R, whatever, whichever one you want to pick with your BS. Where do you get this fez from? Because that's a worn fez. You just went to some garage sale and just, hey, I like that stuff that Andre has on right there. I'm just going to go over here and look through a garage sale. Oh yeah, that guy has one. Yeah, oh yeah, this one fits perfectly. And then he just got a fez? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Keep playing blind. One of these brimless hats. What if you came in one of these ones? With this brimless hat, give him the attention that he got? Huh? What about this? What about this one? See, one side is leaned in. I don't know, whatever organization it is, they got a brimless hat. But it wouldn't get the same attention. You know, he would have to go like way hard. You need another brimless hat. I know you've seen these brimless hats. If he came with one of these, would it get the same attention? Will it? Who knows? Who knows? Don't let these people play you into thinking that, oh, he never said Noble Drew Ali, so he doesn't count when he wears a fez. Oh, he's not a member of the Moorish Science Temple, so he doesn't count as a Moor when he has a fez on. Really? How you figure that one? How? How does that even make sense? But again, the dirty tricks that these people play to get our people to not want anything to do with nationality and birthrights. They know what generation this is right now. This is the inattentional blindness generation. Their last hope is active Moors. Because trust me, active Moors are doing whatever it is that they do. Keep playing. Think that Moors are really, Instagram and Facebook and whatever. You might see them do it and they go live and you get excited and stuff like that. They have stuff that they're doing. Don't think that active Moors sitting around on social media all day like some of these clowns. All day. Like the man who got Tommy Sotomayor. 8 hours trolling a man. 8-hour troll. Right? Certain people make their bed, you have to lay down. That's just what it is. Men's clothing is sometimes politicized, often as a symbol of modernity. In the 19th century, the Ottoman Empire banned the turban as old-fashioned and inappropriate in the modern world and replaced it with the fez. A century later, Ataturk banned the fez as old-fashioned and promoted the Homburg hat. The change was part of his drive to secularize the nation. An observant Muslim can place his forehead on the ground in prayer while wearing a turban or fez, but not while wearing a hat with a brim. An observant Muslim can place his forehead on the ground in prayer while wearing a turban or a fez, but not while wearing a hat with a brim. Usually, right, and then that's how you know who the ancient people are. Because in their culture, their hats wouldn't have had brims because they want the sun on their face. The brim's to stop the sun from going in your face. So anywhere that you see a brim, know that's probably colonizer. 99%, if there's a brim, they're about to go slaughter somebody or something. Just because of brim. And though, well, I think the suicide bomber guy had that with no brim. He's not part of any tangible reality. Like, psychopaths aren't included in humanity. Who keeps them around? Nobody keeps them around. Those people sneak around to be around. Pedophiles aren't just in society. They hide to do stuff. They don't do stuff open. Right? The policing of people, the disregard for their right to exist, however it is that they fez, turban, whatever, you know, ban fezes, ban turbans, right? You can't wear this, you can't wear that, you need a certain hat for this and a certain, this all comes into trying to own what was given by the Creator. Whoever had the knowledge, was one with the divine, or one with nature, or something, because that's the only way you were getting knowledge. You're not getting knowledge from no books. You get knowledge from books today. Knowledge in ancient times was internal out, because we're one with the universe. But again, if we have a culture and people who we say are the enemy, because you already know that it's these same Ashkenazis or whatever who run all the media stuff. You think they shouldn't be having some blackout or something like that? Because this dude went on TV with a fez on? No, they know how dumb people are. They don't even have to hide. They'll put this dude on TV with a fez. 4 p.m. 4 fezzes on TV. Talking about football. With fezzes on. And Moore Science Temple, whether it's Dirty Moors, whoever, phone's not ringing off the hook. That ESPN put it out. ESPN's not small time. They let a fez go on 4 o'clock live show. Have fezzes on the screen going across the screen and shit. And you think that these people aren't testing these dumbasses who are going to make videos that say, Kudrow calls us dumb, and that's not right because Kudrow's it's not nothing to do with Kudrow. You're a dumbass. This guy has a Fez on TV. Live. You love football. I know Moors that love football. They're tripping that the Fez is on TV, football, ESPN. You're not tripping? I know Moors will tell you every player, every stat that they did the last 20 years in the NFL. Moors. Tripping that this dude's on TV. And him on top of everybody. And the other Moor breaking down that, well, when he was there, the Gatorade bottle was facing the camera with the big G right there. And he's there with the Fez on. And the Gatorade's there, bam, with the G. And then Moors already know that, that's 7. And then he's a Panther. And then his name's Newton. Then Huey and the constitutional right to bear arms and, free speech. And then again, going back again to Andre, that he's in GQ posing with the Fez on. GQ. Gentleman's Quarterly is not some bit-bat magazine. I know that is nothing. He's not, that's not for him. That's for your dumb ass. These people know that time's up right now. Don't you see they don't have no Florida Keys anymore? Time's up right now. Their own stuff is in caving on themselves. They're in the cave and the cave is caving in. They're doing everything in their power to not reap what they sow. They're doing everything in their power to not reap what they sow. And the only way that they're going to do that is by you reaping what they sow. Because you want to be a dumbass. And you don't want to recognize that ESPN is trying to tell you you're Moors. They could have did the blackout. So, button pulled out, something or whatever. And nobody not even know. Right? Like we got 10 minutes. That's what I saw. Who knows how long it was talking for, what happened after, how many other people they talked to. You already know, when you got Fezes on, people are going to come ask you questions. Where's them tapes? They got cameras everywhere, following them through the tunnel and all that stuff. Where's those tapes of him walking through the tunnel so we can see what's going on with him walking around the Fez through the stadium and all that? Because I would want to know. Just to know. How much people told him, hey, nice hat. Just to know. Opposed to every other time that he wore a hat. And, no reaction. And and again the other, the dirty trick with using him is because he is a hat man. Go check his baby pictures. See all different types of hats that he wore. So it doesn't seem like anything strange. Because, Cam's the hat guy. He got cowboy hats and all that type of stuff, like, Don't get blinded. Don't be so blind that you can't see what's in front of your 2 eyes. Forget your 3rd eye. Forget seeing with that. Just see, like Mother Roz said when I sent her the picture. Oh, whoa. Picture says 1,000 words. Right? Because stuff is, they're telling people, what more do you want to be told? What more you want to be told? Like, what more you want? ESPN Cam Newton came on live. Like, you forget the GQ. Forget Khalid Muhammad said he's a Moor and all that stuff. ESPN. Live. Yeah, Fez is on the screen dancing. They had man doing the freaking interview. He's doing the interview and he has the Fez, then he's just talking with the Fez. He just has the Fez and he's just talking with the Fez. And then when he went over there, and yeah, you know, and then he threw the ball and... Are you seriously gonna deny what's going on right now? Why is a guy on ESPN talking about football, talking about guy's suit or whatever like that, somebody got caught or something like that, and he's holding a Fez, just talking? And then the European girl, she wasn't even playing. She had hers on. She was like, oh, forget this. I'm not being like these Negroes or whatever like that. I'm wearing my stuff. Forget that. Mine's on. I seen some Taj Tariq Day stuff. I seen some stuff. I know what's up. I'm gonna wear mine. She had hers and shit. And these dirty Moors, they got theirs in their hand holding it. Talking about football, holding a Fez. You know, acknowledging that, oh yeah, you know, he was like standing in front of the Europeans saying, you know, forget you, European, I'm God and all that stuff. But they didn't put theirs on though. They did a little 2-second, you know what I mean? They did a puffy. Couldn't take the... It's crazy when you put a Fez on. It's not... People think it's a joke out here. But it's not a joke. You know what I mean? It is not a joke. It is serious. It's very serious. Selling EM car. Talib Salim Bey. Peace and love. I am Talib Wasi Bey. I'm always researching for symbolism when watching celebrities take actions in the public eye. We should all appreciate the gesture of him wearing our free national headdress, religious headwear. At least he's putting it out there for the consciousness of the people to experience. Exactly. Exactly. Forget, is he part of a temple or did he say he's a Moor and all that stupid stuff like that. Yeah, the Fez on. Hey, good job there, buddy. Doing better than some of these Moors out here that they don't even put their Fez on. At least he said, do we put the Fez on? At least. At least. Michael Bradley. Chosen people from the caucus. Michael Bradley, chosen people from the caucus. Jewish origins, delusions, deceptions, and historical role in the slave trade, genocide, and cultural colonization. See how everything's in tune? See? Just because. Active Moors. Not some sit down and just read the Quran only Moors. It's world history we deal with. Rodrigo Diaz, Count of Bivar, better known to history as El Cid, from the Arabic Said, meaning Lord. Although he is popularly regarded as a Christian warrior who fought only Moors, El Cid's formidable sword swung on behalf of both the kings of Castile and the Emir of Saragossa, Muslim. Yet he is remembered as a Spanish national hero because he conquered the Moorish stronghold of Valencia. The capture of Valencia, the first noble victory of the Christians over the Moors, initiated the idea, especially among Castilian kings, that maybe all of Spain could be retaken. By 1400 AD, a great deal of Spain had been retaken, including the brilliant Moorish city of Cordova, which fell to Ferdinand III of Castile in 1278. By 1400 AD, only a few outposts of Moorish rule were left in Spain, and of course the incredibly beautiful, strong, and populous citadel of Granada, the soul of Moorish Spain. World history. World. Just sticking to some late stuff. This is interesting. Chosen people from the Caucasus. You never hear them talk about this. When the Proto-Hebrew tribes were in the Caucasus mountain regions, the situation seems fairly obvious. This is a tribal memory of a very ancient time when more modern men trickled into this montane backwater and encountered resident Neanderthals. The incoming migrating peoples naturally avoided rugged mountains as far as possible, if only because they were agriculturalists and crops require somewhat level of terrain, and stuck to plateaus and valleys as routes of penetration. Once in the mountains, they began to encounter those from on high. Drali said, Moors on the high road. Neanderthals from the higher valleys and still glaciated alpine regions of the true uplands. These Neanderthals were certainly hunters, and they may have been evolved into herdsmen by then roughly 8,000 to 10,000 BC. In any case, they preferred the more modern women to their own. They raided the incoming scattered groups of people and carried off their women. From this pattern of enforced unions, a new composite people emerged. The Gibborim Said, the mighty ones of the hunt, mighty men of old, men of renown, in short, the ancestors of the later Hebrews. Well, there you go. For all the Saraites. Now we know you're from the Caucasus regions. You don't want to be Moors, but you want to be Saraites, yelling at people on the street. Instead of just being Moors. Just be Moors. Why not just be Moors? But nah. Because Cam Newton, he's not a Moor and he wore a fez, and I'm scared because he got arrested after. And shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Fez is up. Sorry I didn't get these pictures earlier to print, but we'll have them for Sunday. Islam to Sister Selket. And if Moors are looking to support the I'm Not Black documentary, by Brother Lanre Obey. He has the children's t-shirts, $10, hoodies, $40, long sleeves, $25, t-shirts, $15. lanreobey@gmail.com for the price list and picture of the shirts and all that. LANREOBEY@gmail.com. And the I'm Not Black documentary is, because you know, that's the more who shoots all our music videos. And, you know, since he does camera stuff, figure, you know, since he's not black, he has a camera, why not interview some people and do a documentary about not being black? You know, doing his part. You know what I mean? You know, he doesn't choose to go on the video and teach something. You know, he's behind the camera, man. You know, use his skill to assist the Moors. So you can also go to 5 Principles Cuisine and watch the tutorials. You know, if you want to switch your eating habits, you know, you always thought that, you know, the vegetarian food doesn't taste like anything and all that stuff. I'm gonna get with some chefs who know how to deal with that and, you know, get yourself right. So, Brother Lanre Obey, I'm Not Black documentary, it's supposed to be going up on YouTube, right? Because, you know, it's about you getting something. So the information, you just get the information, but you want merchandise to represent the information you just got, then you're getting something. I was going 500 for some class and you're leaving with nothing. If you spend 500 at Lanre Obey, you're at least getting some t-shirts. You could sell them after. You could give them away. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do. Right? But should be an interesting one. There are some good interviews. I'm gonna press play on this. I don't know what's gonna be said or whatever, but we'll see if it plays. It's not long.
They take the little carpet and put it down by the jet stairs, but y'all don't own these jets, so why is y'all getting carpet made? If y'all don't own these jets, you know what I'm saying? I got carpets down, but I own my jets, both of them. I had 3 of them. I still got 2 of them. I'm gonna pop that shit at y'all now. And y'all asking where the girls at. I see y'all on there asking where the girls at. Y'all already know having one is too close to having none.
Floyd yapping as usual. So we're going back to this thing about the fact that there's such a blinding light right now, you know what I mean, with regard to information. You know, that it's shocking intelligent people into stupidity even. You know, it's shocking people who you know, are caught up in their emotional connection to their little group or whatever. So we have like Like, this idea of Cam Newton went on TV with a fez on. And then all of a sudden now, a fez doesn't make you a Moor. Like, what do you mean? Just a few years ago, you guys were talking about somebody has a fez on, that means that they were taught by the Moors, or the Turks taught them, or whatever. And then now, somebody has a fez on, and you're talking about fez doesn't make someone a Moor. When that's contradictory to what you were saying a few months ago when you guys were running behind all these black guys. Wanted to debate Moors. Like you were, anytime you seen a fez, doesn't matter. Moors were tied to whoever you saw with the fez on. Now that Cam Newton comes out now, your favorite player or whatever, now, oh no, fez is BS. Right? He was inspired by Andre. Andre is not a Moor. Well, Andre wore turbans and fezzes. Now, what do you mean? Like, you really think him and Boudou don't have these conversations about Moors and making sure their children know that they're not black and all that? You really think you think that they know about Moors? You think Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey's children's name Morocco because they're Hebrew Israelites and that's a Hebrew Israelite turban that he's wearing? You stupid dummy. You really think so? You're that naive. They just told you that the Hebrews came from the Caucasus or whatever. So you're not even Hebrews. You're Moors. Faking. You're worse than the Ashkenazi who's faking. Ashkenazi is faking to be a Jew, and Moors are faking to be Hebrews, which are Neanderthals. And then talk about they're not Moors. They're not Hebrew Moors. No, you're not. Or you're just Hebrew Israelites. You're not tied to Moors at all whatsoever. Even though Hebrews are, Edomite. How are you cursing out Edomites when you're calling yourself an Edomite? The blindness is real. Fez doesn't make you a Moor is like, you're not a Moor unless you go to Moor Science Temple. In the temple, out the temple, you're a Moor. Fez on, baseball hat, you're a Moor. You got dark skin? You look like an African Negro? Are you a colorable African Negro? Yeah, because you're really a Moor. You're not niggas and all that stuff. You're not that. You're Moors. Simple. Real plain. Easy. Right? Every hater is hating on some supreme levels right now. Right? All these black guys mad that blacks are getting killed in the street. Keep saying that. Blacks are getting killed in the street. The Moors aren't doing nothing about it. Blacks are this and that. Well, we already said we're not Negro black colors, so you want to still talk black? Then you sit there and talk to the wall. Because we're not black. You're not black. Well, you want to be black? All right, then go right ahead. We'll treat you like the rest of the world. Put a glass between us and you. We just won't take any finance from you. And we'll be over here. We'll be doing what we do over here. Because, God damn it, ESPN tell me that you're Morris. I'm really at the line right now with our people, just because, not even Cam, but at ESPN, day after 4 o'clock live came out, and people still playing like they didn't see nothing. All the football people who we know, they got the jacket and all that, team jackets and all that stuff, right? Doing their picks and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Because the picks are going on, you get the pick and, you're going to win Pro Line. Why? Why that is it so hard to just accept the fact that, damn, they put a Fez on ESPN? Now, the Morris said that Fezes are, but why would ESPN put a Fez on? 4 of them. And then have little Fezes on the screen dancing across and stuff like that. Why would they do that? You guys are just bored. Oh, a guy's in the back and he's making a mockery of the Moors. Trying to make Moors look like stupid guys. That's why this one guy has it in his hand, and that's why they put the white girl in it, because it's really a white person's thing and all that. Oh yeah. You keep thinking that dumbass stuff. You keep thinking that stuff and see how far that gets you. Probably as far as it's gotten you. Trust me. If ESPN is going to put a Fez on TV and you're looking at it like, well, and you go into whatever it is you go into, opposed to Fez on TV by ESPN. Let me go find that Moore's number that he told me to call him when I'm ready. Where's that Moore's number at? If you're not in that, then you're done for. Sorry. You know what I mean? You're going down with the ship and all that. That's just what it is. Nothing personal. But, Prophet told us don't endanger our life with fools. So, you're going to be a fool on your own. You'll be a fool by yourself. Trust me, because you think it's happening everywhere. That's why Amari's expelling members and suspending members who don't pay their dues and stuff like that, because the door is closing. You could play around if you want to play around, but doors closing. And when you're left outside of the constitutional fold of government, you better know what the hell you're talking about, because these people aren't playing. You better know. You better know you're not black. You better know. What would it take? Because, you've been told so much. They've been telling you since the 70s. Willie Dynamite, they're telling you. I was born in 75, so some other people are going to have to relate to this. I can't relate to this. But whoever could relate to Willie Dynamite, You know what's up. You know what's up. You know, all those years watching Night Court. Remember Night Court? And how come Judgy Boy has his fez right there, back there in the show, whole time? Remember the judge from Night Court? How come? How much times you watch Night Court with grandma and auntie and whatever? You know this was their show. You know with Bull. You know Night Court was their show. You know Night Court was their show. Fez sitting there the whole time. Perceptual blindness. Even Hee-Haw was a Mason. How's Hee-Haw a Mason? And we didn't know. So all the stuff that they've been putting out and they've been telling in these shows that they're making or whatever, they've been trying to tell some certain people something. Certain people. Those who have eyes to hear and ears to see. They're telling certain people. Not everybody's going to get the message. No. The last but not least idea for upcoming winter headwear is the Fez-like shape hat. Fez winter hats without the tassel were a thing during Tia Kibani, Cibani, C-I-B-A-N-I, Creatures of Comfort, John Galliano, and Carolina Herrera fashion shows. Winter Fez. And again, three of these things is doing his own thing. Tell on, can you tell which one? Can you get which one is doing your own thing? Dummy. Don't have her fez on. Just like the dummies on ESPN, the European girl got her fez. Make sure that theirs is on. Asiatic, they're worrying about her hair that she permed last night. I permed my hair. I perm my hair, I don't want to put the fez on, mess up my perm. You want to know why the world doesn't respect black people? Why more say that we're not black? We're not black. We're not Negro, we're not colored. We're not African. People say my accent sounds African. You're a dumbass. You're a dumb ass. You are handyman. If you think my accent is African, you are handyman. Right? We've been had no cable, so I don't even know what How I Met Your Mother is. But whoever knows about the show How I Met Your Mother, the Fez sitting there the whole time. The whole time, Fez sitting there. There's a lot more. Yo, we're just going in right now on this How I Met Your Mother has a Fez in it.
Oh man. So you doing something right now, right?
Yeah. Why you got some stuff right now?
Well, no, I'm just walking through the station to get my meat. But
All right, yeah, yo, do your thing. Yeah, we'll set up for sure. All right, Mark.
Peace, more.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Islam to pardon the interjection. We're gonna do our set up and do our stuff. Probably next week. What's that other one at? Oh yes. 1902. The Yellow Kid was not, and you know, whoever remembers Yellow Kid or whatever, I don't know what this is, never heard of it ever, but you know, so people been saying what's up forever, especially to Negro black colored people. The Yellow Kid was not an individual but a type. When I used to go about the slums on newspaper assignments, I would encounter him often, wandering out of doorways or sitting down on dirty doorsteps. I always loved the kid. He had a sweet character and a sunny disposition, and was generous to a fault. Malice, envy, or selfishness were not traits of his, and he never lost his temper. Richard F. Outcault. Richard F. Outcault. Yellow Kid. Say, I won't do a thing with this rooster. If ye buy a journal next Sunday, yes, can see the fight I'm going to have with him. Too scientific. Be at will fight anything from Corbury or whatever. But Yellow Kid. 1902, 1800s comic or something. Yellow Kid. Yellow Kid has a fez on. So we know that as Moors, we know this is where our people should be at. You know what I mean? We're just inspired the young Moors out there so they can bug their mom and dad to go buy their fez for them, or their turban or whatever. Just to see little brothers with their fez on. You can see how, you know, they got your size. Don't worry. Right. We know that as Moors, that, you know, this headwear is a very, very serious thing. It's just like we say, and I'm not joke thing. Right? That's just what it is. It is serious. It is serious. Only if you're serious can you even deal with it. Only if you're serious. Like, there's no playing around with the birthrights. No playing around with the birthrights. Birthrights is serious. There more was eaten to her up today. Eaten to her up. Because the time has come when all the, you know, that's why all this folly is coming out right now. All this folly is coming out. Moors are realizing that this is their birthright, and they're standing up to all these people with their folly. All these people with their folly. Because it's It's not about how another person sees what you're saying. Once they're dealing with truth, whoever you're dealing with should be in harmony with you automatically. Soon as there's some debate or whatever, you know this person's a clown because you already know that you got the truth. How you know you got the truth? Because you went out, you studied to know what the truth is. Forget what somebody said or they assumed or whatever. You go out, you studied? Yeah, okay. So if you studied, then you know what's what. There's nothing to question. As soon as you say it, the other person who knows the truth is going to be like, yeah, what that guy said, he's right on exactly what he said because I read that same truth that he read. How we know it's the truth? Because it resonates with you in a way that lies resonate with you, that you know it's a lie. As soon as they say stuff, forget their body language and all that stuff. They say stuff you already know. Spirit tell you, lying. It's not for real. I know Kudro. He ain't no African. How's Kudro an African? How's that that's your position? That Kudro's an immigrant to America. Kudro's an immigrant to America. He's from Africa. And he has no right to teach about Moors because he's from Africa. You're a damn fool. Fool. All these dirty Moors are going to fall on their sword. Slow. Not even fast. Slow. Real slow. Skippers jumping out of them. Wouldn't be able to die. They'd be begging Noble Drawley to kill them. But you're not going to die. You're just going to slide down on that sword. Slow. For all the BS that you did to anybody and everybody out here that you did it to, you're going to fall slow on your sword. Repent for your ways. For your libelous, slanderous tongues talking BS about people who made you. The hell are you talking about? Now respect the master teachers who put you on. But then you're gonna recognize some fraud who's down with the assassination of the main master teacher. Forget all these sellouts. Their time has come. Their time has come. It's clearly evident. Right? Tell Kudro stop running from the song for song rap challenge that he posted on YouTube. He claimed I challenged him although I didn't accept and uploaded the challenge. Let's sever. You shut the hell up. Because Roy Bay, who you hate now, that was your boy. You and him sit down together, do an interview and stuff like that. But now you hate Roy Bay. 1 and 1 equals 255 million. So I know that you're the agent sellout. Because Roy Bay is in a different grand body right now and we could still build on the phone. You guys talking BS about Roy Bay? Shut the hell up. Anybody talking BS about Roy Bay, shut the hell up. Because he left a body. He's in a body right now that we don't deal with that body. But me and that Moor could talk on the phone still. Up to now, can't get a call from Taharka Bay. But he's going to talk to the lawyer. He's going to let the lawyer curse on his show. Kudro curse his ass out on his show. He wants to hang up on Kudro. Put Kudro on mute. Right? Roy Bay is the one that told me that Taharka Bay said that I'm whack or whatever. And my songs suck. And I'm running from battling. But you were the one that was supposed to set that up with Roy Bay, who you hate now. Who's the sellout? Who's the agent that's running from battles? The Don King who was supposed to set up the stuff, you sever ties with the Don King who's to set up the stuff. Now you're talking BS about Cujo. Cujo's running from the battle. Hold on, when you were friends with Roy Bay, we were supposed to battle. And you didn't set nothing up then? What are you talking about? What are you talking about Cujo did something? What do you mean Cujo did something? How'd Cujo do something if you knew the promoter for the song battle? You and him were friends. Little did you know that me and him were friends. And we would talk and he would tell me about the stuff that you talked about. Why? Because he knew that you're a clown, that you're a dirty Moor. He knew. He called all this stuff that's going down right now with you and him. We had conversations about this. That look, it's going to be just like what happened with Sonetter. Watch. The exact same thing is going to happen. That I'm going to have to step away because these people are involved in too much BS for me. And what happened? The exact same thing that he said was going to happen. Why? Because he knew from the jump that Taharka Bey was a clown. That all he wants to be is Sonetter for the Moors. Matter of fact, Taharka Bey told Roy Bay that personally in his ear. I'm going to be the Sonetter for the Moors. That's what Taharka Bey said to Roy Bay. In a conversation I had with Roy Bay, he told me that Taharka Bey said that. And then now look, they're beefing. And then he's talking about, oh, Cujo's running from the battle. No. That's those tricks that Tony Martin was talking about. Tony Martin told you about these dirty tricks that they're going to try to pull, these lies that they're going to say. Didn't we read it from the beginning? Don't forget. You know how we do class, right? You know how we do class. And then we're going to go on MHHS and they're going to talk about something that we talked about right here today. Why? Why you think that is? Because truth follows truth. Lies follows truth, follows fiction, follows non-fiction, follows all other stuff. Trust what I'm telling you. That this is about your birthrights. This is not about what they say. Because they say that there's some title of some more science temple. You think the title guy is what this is about? Sorry, it's not. Right? Clowns. Rap battle. Who's rap challenging whatever? I'm not no rapper. I'm not no rapper. There people say, oh yeah, well, you know, rappers, no. Yeah, well, back, you know, so-and-so was a rapper back in the day. No, I'm not no rapper, just like I'm not no Jew. I'm not tying myself with that. I'm an MC. A master of a ceremony. Islam to all the producers that ever produced a beat for me. Because that's really what it's about. Because that's what we grew up on. It's about, you know what I mean, getting this guy's beats on. Getting the DJ to get to show his skills or whatever on the ones and twos. All I'm supposed to do is say ho ho and ho ho, put your hands in the air and then you say it. That's it. I'm the MC. These guys want to be superstars. These guys want to have a Porsche and have the car in the video and all that type of stuff. That's BS. I'm poor righteous teacher. I'm X-Clan. I'm brand Nubian. Like, I'm not these guys who trying to be rappers or think that they're rappers and they're Moors and no. It ain't the same. It ain't the same. Don't even let these people play you. have you convinced of some BS. They're telling you that is BS. Telling you that dude straight lied. Lied, said that I'm running from a rap challenge. Roy Bay was the individual who initially told me that he wants to do a song battle. I told Roy Bay, set it up whenever. I don't care. Like, you think I'm worried about some Taharka Bay rap, whatever? He's a clown. Nah, brother, you know, you gotta give the brother, he has some lines, and he's a freaking clown. You know, there's not gonna be no rap battle, it's gonna be rap inquisition. What are you talking about, rap battle? What are you talking about, challenge? What is the ice bucket challenge? Throw mics on you? No. That's not how I get down. Told him set it up. When they were friends, remember, they don't talk right now. Remember, Roy Bay doesn't talk to Taharka Bay right now. But that was the guy who was the setup man, the in-between man, the promoter, the Don King, the sonnetter for the song-on-song debate. Frank Gary, sorry. Right? He fired the promoter for the song-on-song debate and then trying to say that, oh yeah, I'm running from it. You say these guys are clowns? I told you, revenge of the nerds. These are the guys who were losers. If they were in the streets, they were the guy that was the cuff boy. Go get people's stuff and never do work. Just doing other people's stuff. Always doing other people's stuff. Clowns. How come he doesn't go debate Lasana Tunica L, who did a song with me? He's Ali's man. How you got issues, but one of your Ali's men people and I have a song? You must be a dumbass. You must be a dumbass. How? How you figure? How you figure that you're a great rapper, but your own boy is on my song, not yours? You think you're somebody when your own Ali's men boy is on one of my songs? Has anybody collaborated with any song that this clown has put out? Right? El Khair Salam Bey. He's a Shriner. The Fez is marked on his left side. Come on, Moors. Cam sold out years ago. No, Deion Sanders sold out years ago. Because Deion Sanders is out there talking about, I don't like it, how it looks, and all that stuff. Oh, how come he doesn't like it, how it looks? Because he knows from his ex-wife who Moors are. You think these people don't know? Go back again and check the thing, check Deion. Check Deion's response. When they asked him about it, what he thought about it and all that. Look at his facial expression, his body language. Because he didn't say too much. He didn't have too much to say. But his body language, oh, he hated it. When he saw that, oh, he hated it. But that's an inside one because, you know, you new Moors don't know what's been going on out here. Because you're busy listening to these clowns, El Khair Salam Bey and Taharka Bey and Ali's boys and whoever else out here, robbing you of your birthright. because they want you to think that Cam Newton has to have a L or a B on his name, and then he has to have a picture of Noble Drew Ali on a pendant around his neck, and he has to whatever like that in order to, I mean, just the fact that he's wearing a fez, I mean, come on. You know what I mean? That's why we showed the thing. If you want to make it like it's nothing, then why the hell are we still talking about it? It's just a brimless hat. Like, what's the big deal? Why y'all mad? Why you mad? Why you still talking about stuff and all that stuff? And did it happen? And well, you know, he's a Shriner, and well, he's not a real Moor because he didn't have a Circle 7 ring on. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all going through all of that just because the dudes put a fez on? Tripping. Super tripping. And it's okay. You could trip. It's alright. It's alright. You could trip. But don't rob people of their birthright. Don't say dumb stuff to make them not wanna go check to see what's this brimless hat that he's got on. I've never seen that one before, Cam. Seen you wear a few other ones multiple times, but I've never seen that one before. The amount of years that you've been playing, I've never seen that one before. Go check and see what that's about. And then they go check. Whatever they find out, that's what they find out. That's up to them. Has nothing to do with us or whatever like that. Let the people have freedom to think on their own. You don't gotta dictate where people's minds go and all that stuff. Wherever they go with it, let them go with it. We're just, you know, presenting so that we could hopefully inspire people to take it just a little bit more serious. Yeah, maybe he doesn't know what the hell it is. I mean, maybe. Maybe he doesn't know what the hell it is. But, you know, for, you know, the ripple effect, the ESPN show after, for the brother to say, hey, when I seen that stuff, I was like, God damn, Cam. You look like God right now. You look like Prince Hakeem right now. Gave a reference point that everybody knows, so nobody's going to be confused what he's talking about. Gave a reference point that everybody knows. And everybody gave it the yeah, he does kind of look like it. But you're just going to blow that off. You're not really going to hold steadfast to that thing that you just recognize that, you know, not all the other hats that he wore before that nobody gave a whatever about, right? This one, they took a 3-minute segment out of their national broadcast live whatever to, you know, like how, you know, me and the boys were talking about it, you know what I mean? Like, how did it drop? How did it drop? Who came in and said, I know what we're going to do today for the show. I know what we're going to do today. Put these on. And everybody's looking at each other. Yeah, let's do this. All right. Okay, hold on. Don't record yet. Let me stop laughing. Who knows how it went? We don't know how it went. But we know they had some fun with that. They had some fun with that. You know what I mean? Those who have a funny bone, get a little feather under their foot and they start, you know what I mean? They enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Everybody else who's bummy for whatever reason, they're a dumbass. That's why they didn't get the joke. You know? And again, like, of all the words in the world he could have on the fez, he has love on the fez. Of all the words in the world. of all the drinks in the world that he could have, it was a Gatorade with the G facing, so no matter which side that they took or whatever, the G was there. Don't forget, the video's there. Just go check the video. The Moors talking about other stuff in the video, in the background or whatever like that. Just go check, Moors. Just go watch the cam again, but look the background, look, you know what I mean? Look around a little bit more. You know? Signals. Trying to tell our people something. Remember, they know already. These are Ashkenazis. They know about Fezes and stuff like that. They were with us when we got kicked out of Spain. Like, what do you mean they don't know? They know. They know what's up. They know what's up. They've been stealing your birthright. Israelites, you don't want to be Moors. But you'll be Israelites, but you don't want to be Moors. These people know. Think they just did that for kicks? They're telling somebody something, and you know, whoever's game to see, they'll see. Islam to Sister Kiana. Sister Kiana Bay got her case dismissed today. Right. So Islam to Sis for standing on that square. So, more working at a cigar shop, and unconscious more, so-called unconscious more comes in. Right. Hey, what's your name? More just gives them straw name. It's like, no, what's your real name? More tells them the real name. Then this more is talking about how he's from Chicago, and you know what I mean? You go there having a conversation, whatever like that. I guess at the end of the conversation it hits them more. Oh yeah. What's your name? Mike Moore. And the Moore just looked at him, then he looked at the Moore. And they had their little moment, right? Because it's very strange when you wear turbans and fezzes how people approach you with the most. That's why I want to know. That's why I want to sit down with Cam for, hey, what happened? You need to tell me what happened from the first time you put on that fez to when you took it off when you went to your bed. I know he has stories. I know he has stories. He has to have stories. There's no way that he has no stories. Right? There's no way. Brother Supreme sent 2 questions. When reading people, can you really tell those who were with the Prophet, or who was with the Prophet that is with him now, and those who were against him then, just by studying his works? Yes, because when you study Noble Drew Ali's information, Noble Drew Ali's information is specific. It's not vague. There's no guesstimating about what Noble Drew Ali said. Noble Drew Ali said, everything I say is spirit, Morris had better heed. So, it would be in your best interest to consider what Noble Drew Ali said. Because he said everything he said is spirit, so heed what he said. When you go check what he said, anybody that is with Noble Drew Ali, the things that you've read in what he said, you would hear when they talk. And not only would you hear it when they talk, but you would see it in them. Meaning that the eyes are the windows to the soul. The eyes are the windows to the soul. The auric fields of energy that because when you get into more science, once you read Noble Drew Ali's literature, your auric field's automatically going to expand. Automatically. Automatically your energy is going to be heightened. That's just what it is once you go into his stuff. So when your energy is heightened, not only are you able to feel or encounter them without physical contact, but they will also feel you. So when you say, well, I went to a temple and the Grand Sheik there was standoffish and that's because of energy. Because they only want energy that they can tame. They don't want energy that will fly off the handle. They don't want free thinkers. They want slave thinkers. Right? And free thinker doesn't mean do what you want. Free thinker doesn't mean violate law. Right? Free thinker just means that your mind's open. And to read Noble Drew Ali's information opens your mind. Right? It's like if you don't open the door, you're gonna walk into the door. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. You're not getting out unless you go. You're not walking through. So just open the door. Yeah, I know. I saw the thing, and the guy walked through, and he put his hand through the table and all that stuff. Yeah, I saw the stuff. You're not gonna be doing that right now. Open the goddamn door. Let's go. Stop playing around trying to walk through the damn door. Noble Drew Ali laid out everything. I brought you everything it takes to save a nation. Take it and save yourself. And then somebody's going to convince you that, what you took and are using to save yourself, you're not supposed to do it like that. Because, the Grand Sheik and the Grand Governor have a way that, is the real way that it's supposed to get done. Because Noble Drew Ali said in the Adept book that, we didn't give you guys yet because, you have to get to the level of, you already know that you know more than them. They're playing you. But for the brotherhood and the fellowship, whatever like that, you could stay and go to your meetings and all that stuff. Ain't nothing, but you already know that these people can't put anything in here for you. You're just there honoring the prophet. It has nothing to do with the Grand Sheik, Grand Governor, or whatever like that. Oh yeah, I'm just here to honor the prophet. Just like people go, well, no, I'm just here because of Jesus. I'm not here because of all you guys passing around plates and stuff like that. No, I'm just here just to do my Hail Marys and then I'm out. I'm not here for y'all. I don't need your sermon. Yeah, well, if you come in on the day, oh, okay, fine. I'll come on Mondays then when there's no sermon, so I can have my own time. There's no churches open for anybody anytime. You don't have to go on Sundays. But if you're in a box, if you're not a free thinker, you think Friday is Holy Day meeting and then that's the only day that we're gonna go. When body's the temple. Every day is Holy Day. Not just Friday. If only Friday is Holy Day, as far as your body, then your foot must be stink. You have stink foot. So yes, you can see these clouds coming who are not with the prophet. Right? You can see them, hear them, smell them. You don't want to taste them. You can hear them. You know who these clowns are. You can see them from miles away. Right? You can see them from miles away. Right? Oh, so for the record, liked by 67,000. Liked by 67,000. Right? Cameron Newton, look, this is not a drill. And then he has a picture with him with the brimless hat on. This is not a drill. This is the real thing. I do what I feel. Bump your feelings. Made my blueprint, so my life got no ceilings. Big Sean. And then he has love there, you know. Shine through, hashtag shine through the shade. I do what I feel. Well, wonder what he's feeling. What was he feeling to make him wear that? Since he does what he feels, what was he feeling to make him say, you know what? Bump a baseball hat today. Fez is up. What made him do it? Who knows? Who knows? But we know, as Moors, we know that it's on, been on, and our people are way behind chasing this big truck going down the street. Don't worry, give chase. It's all good. You'll eventually get on the truck. Right? And the last question was, and how can one spot a turncoat? By their talk or by their actions? I know that's two questions. Okay, so the turncoats are the ones who are jumping from ship to ship. So if you check our baby pictures, we've been RV Bay from the time we came into this till now. Still repping RV Bay, right? There's other people who they've been with RV Bay, but then they jumped off, went over here, did something, and then, you know, other people's who, you know, have kind of been, but not really, you know, because they found this other Moor who, you know, he has the divine information of the ages of whatever. So, you know, they decide to whatever. Right? You know. And then there's ones who still rep RV Bay, even though they're doing other things all over and whatever like that, because, hey, you know what I mean? You're not gonna not rep. Why not? Why would you not rep? Right? So the turncoats are the ones who, before you got on More Science, they were down with R.V. Bay Publications or Taj Tariq Bey or Asir the Duke of Tears or, whoever. Now they're talking BS about, no, we're not. You guys don't listen to them. They're not real Moors or whatever. Those are the turncoats. The turncoats are the people who have on the jacket, right? Trip, fell in the dog doo-doo or whatever like that. Messed up the whole jacket and then turned it inside out and then sell it to you. And then you're like, oh, damn, this is an amazing jacket. Okay, I'll take it. And now you have doo-doo around you. And you don't know, you're smelling doo-doo or whatever. Checking your shoes and stuff like that. And this dude who you repping, because that's your boy that sold you the jacket, that's your boy. But he didn't tell you that about the doo-doo inside the jacket, which is really the outside jacket. Which again goes, you're dumbass. That you couldn't see that that's the outside of a jacket that you're looking at? You're talking about that's a good design for a jacket. That's the outside of a jacket. Dumbass. How about flip the jacket the other way so you can see that there's doo-doo on there and that this guy's playing you. He's a turncoat. How's Taj Tariq Bey still Taj Tariq Bey, but people who were studying from him 20 years ago are now saying, oh no, his stuff isn't really what it is or whatever. What do you mean? He's still who he is. He never changed anything. Like it's not like he did something messed up. Now they're saying, oh yeah, don't listen to what he said. No, he's still doing the same stuff that these people used to be down with. Now they're not down with it. Or they used to be down with parcel, but now it's partial. They used to be down with, Grand Major Temple, one, now they got 50 Grand Major Temples. Oh yeah, it's alright, those are still our Moors over there, our brothers, and then whatever like that. You don't realize all these people sold you out, sold out your birthright and everything. But just remember, the tactics of organized Jewry is also amongst us. Why? Because, these people are picking a side. So, inattentional blindness is when it simply becomes impossible for one to attend to all the stimuli in a given situation. A temporary blindness effect takes place where they can't see the things that are right in front of their face. They'll see everything else. They recognize all this stuff around here, but the stuff right here, they can't see that. But they can see all this. And the problem is that the most important thing that they're supposed to be focused on is right here, the thing that's right in front of their face. But they miss it. 9:15. Don't forget to call in. Don't be late. Because class is in session at 9:30. 425-569-5201. 425-569-5201. 347-945-5899. 347-945-5899. Moorish Heritage and History School, Eyes Wide Open, on Blog Talk Radio. Islam to all the Moors. We'll just close out with our prayer. And again, we like to give honors to everybody for sending their questions and their testimonials and their everything else that they like to send. And prophet up front, you already know how it goes down. Spread that word. Hedges and the highways. 5 on the left, 2 on the right. Allah, the Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali, Islam. Peace and love, more. Peace and love. And we'll just give you all some closeout music today. Most don't learn till it's too late. Most say that they real but they too fake. Most act minor but think they too great. Most meet fate just cause they too bait. Most don't learn till it's too late. Most say that they real but they too fake. Most act minor but think they too great. Most meet fate just cause they too bait. Welcome to Scarborough. Youths want cash without tango. Candle magic got me calling on Shango. When I strike, I'm coming from lightning angles. Wet up in your ride like dangles. Know your place. When me and the God step into place, devils got step in their face. No matter your race, watch your speech. We defend peace with justice. Love for the God make you shit like mustard or run like custard. Too slow, so you know how it go. Send him to Asa. I'm not the one to judge you, bro, or judge you, sis. Humanity written from hip to hip, but you're shaking them and not getting your womb equipped. Degrading yourself for women's rights, not saving yourself. Turning a dyke, but won't spiritually raise yourself. Waste of sperm, can't even wait to perm. Getting viruses and symptoms, you're thinking it's germs. Making so many mistakes, from none you learn. Seeing your future as the fucking cauldron turn. Ease the burn of your young son's death. Blaming the influence, but never blaming yourself. Drive a shot, but never a crooked cop. Crip shot, but never a racist cop. Racism doesn't exist, so stop. Rex 84, King Alfred got him on the block for chopping. Nigga Mortus, abuse ain't stopping. Guns on your shirts, but your pistol's not cocking. Popping and locking, guns jammed for 10 you're locked in. Or eternal sleep in a closed coffin. Most don't learn till it's too late. Most say that they real but they too fake. Most act minor but think they too great. Most meet fate just cause they too bait. Most don't learn till it's too late. Most say that they real but they too fake. Most act minor but think they too great. Most meet fate just cause they too bait. They got you stuck on some fakeness. We revealed this, you heard of us. Official lower self-murderers. These Moors come equipped for warfare. Tam or Kufi, these Sufi are my corp of Mufti. For all those who wanna profile and pose. See a nigga dressing, know a fag made his clothes. You all alone in that gear, cousin. Gangsta hardcore thugs, he just frontin'. Cops keep them fake crews running like they supposed to. Rich like Scarface, you never come close to. I can see it, eyes tell no lies. Assalamu alaikum, selling white sugar in those bean pies. Giving dollars to Doc's lawyer who took the bar. And between you and your leader, he's being a bar. Some say I'm rude, blame brother Dawood or Azariah. Pascal Beverly, the Messiah. David Walker, action not a talker. Sleepwalker, wake up, you're just daydreaming. Dirty Moors don't wanna be God and stay heathen. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Most don't learn till it's too late. Most say that they real but they too fake. Most act minor but think they too great. Most meet fate just cause they too bait. Most don't learn till it's too late. Most say that they real but they too fake. Most act minor but think they too great. Most meet fate just cause they too bait. Rappers think they hot, niggas warm like Luke. Oops, call them dirty Moors is what we taught to do. Not the Klansmen, burning some cross for you. If he's got a speechwriter, who's the boss to you? Voting for Obama, I see he's off like you. I walk, don't need a boxed up Porsche like you. Loving the Fiat, dirty Moors thugging for Fiat. Grabbing old ladies' purses, they mugging for Fiat. Some taking, some baked, for Fiat they drugging. Fiat is backed by nothing, fam, I'm not bluffing. Players hands on their ass like it's turkey they stuffing. Doing it for your boys, treat your girl like nothing. Matriarch rules, patriarch fools. I'm seeing gods act like men, thinking like mules. Square my rough edges without mason tools. I never took an oath, so I'm revealing mason rules. Most don't learn till it's too late. Most say that they real but they too fake. Most act minor but think they too great. Most meet fate just cause they too bait. Most don't learn till it's too late. Most say that they real but they too fake. Most act minor but think they too great. Most meet fate just cause they too bait. Produced by D&D, Gagotas, Iron Sheik, CMP, Iron Sheik.